Alrighty. Alright, hopefully it's loaded and everyone can see. Let me know once you can, if everyone's typing. If you can see me or not. Whoever's a legend and liked it already, appreciate that. Dane, personal account again. Or is it just YouTube screwing up? It's just going to be a short stream today till about, by time 6, maybe 6:20, 6:15 if pushing it. I've got somewhere to be at 7 and it's about a 30-minute drive or so. But we'll try to hopefully keep it interesting for an hour and a bit, and then you guys can enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. If you're in WA, I know it's a long weekend. I'm not sure about the rest of the states. Oh yeah, just mixing it up. That's alright then. How's everyone's week's been that's jumped on here? Good to see some people actually type. Gee, I don't even know if my phone's charging. Wait, let's have a look. Oh yeah. Hey Josh, how you going? Yeah, Dan, I've got a laptop set up on the side that I play my music through and in the garage, and that's got the stream going. That's how I check if it's loading fine. And I've also got my main tuning laptop below that I'm reading the chat off and replying to, so I can hear myself slightly through them. So I know you're fucking with me. How's life treating you, Josh? Have you managed to get around to touching your car again, or still been busy? Oh yes, sweet. Is that for next week, Dane? And Joshua for Stock Eco will take all of it, untuned too. Don't worry getting a tune. Apparently, it doesn't need it. Hey, no worries, Josh. I'm only going to be doing a short stream today as well. Anyway, I've got places to be. The stock head gasket depends if you're using ARP head studs or if you're using stock stud or bolts, I should say. People have gone 20 psi, some people have gone 30 plus psi. That's with ARP head studs. But I'd say high teens, maybe early 20s, you should be pretty safe there, provided you're not sitting on the limiter 24/7. Yeah, but it's also a gamble. Whose engine was that? Corn fed. Are you talking about the old Nugget Garages one? Did you ever find out what went wrong with that? I can't remember. I remember watching the video of you inspecting it, but I don't remember seeing a definitive answer. Oh, customers there, right. Standard. Like, cracked it. Are you talking about nuggets that cracked a ringland? Because wasn't that fresh? Like, just started and revved? Or was it on the dyno that something went wrong straight? I don't remember. Good old page up, page down. Oh, okay, so cracked ring line, yeah, standard eco things. They always seem to crack ring lines on boost. Oh yeah, fair enough. At least you know if you're struggling for a video, you crack into that, and I guess you could get a video out of it, seeing what went wrong with Nuggets L67. And a bent rod too, Jesus. Oh, are you gonna L67 bottom end of the Ute? Was it VR you had? I don't remember. It's been like, what, 2 years since you got that, I think? Or re-got it, or I can't remember the situation. That's right, I think you're the only person talking at the moment. Everyone's too scared to type. Oh, they're just dirty watches. Oh yeah, sweet. That'll be good. VR, yeah. Nice and light. Not sure if it'll be a stream next Sunday because I am meant to be going out to work on Wednesday, but I don't think that's happening though, still. So maybe I will be here, who knows. I know Tuesday morning I'll hit Justin up for a day for the dyno because he knows it's ready, but we didn't say any day, so I'll hit him up and try to get a day locked in. And then go there and see what breaks. I want to take the rocker covers off and inspect all the rockers, make sure they're still nice and tight. Oh, well, to spec with the preload. I don't know. You're forgetting I'll put this together. The first time I went there it was streamlined, and then I got it back and just all hell broke loose. I still got to get it up on the hoist, actually do a nut and bolt check on everything. Yeah, well, I guess I did wish it enough when it went there the first time, and I was very surprised when I drove it off the trailer there and then drove it on the trailer, take it back home without a single issue. Like, we didn't touch anything. It just pulled on the dyno, it did its thing, pulled on the trailer. That was it. So hopefully, but we'll see. I can see it pushing a gasket anyway. Because the machine shop screwed me over. Yeah, Josh, there's a big difference of amount of air that my turbo is putting through and the power we're putting out and compared to yours. Yeah, let's see, if it does drive back on the trail, it's a win, but who knows about what could happen this time. My biggest fear is just a rocker coming loose again and dropping a valve, like last time. I started sanding a bumper to change up on EcoJet to spray that. And this front bumper now seems to be, I don't know, fading or something, because it used to be colour matched pretty good, but even you can see in the camera it's the plastic clearly is showing a different colour now. But I've got a bonnet to do. Josh, that all depends on what the head gasket will hold. Cometics may give up at 25, 27, 30, 35 PSI. Who knows? And then that doesn't really matter, the boost number, because it's a measurement of restriction. So it depends on how well the heads and cam flow with the turbo combo as well. So what's say 25 PSI on my setup is completely different for 25 PSI and someone else's. Like that could be 300 horsepower difference. So yeah. Hey Nitro Al, how you going? Any more progress on your beast? How's the wiring going on it? Yeah, I'm with you on that comment. I reckon 30 PSI is probably about the limit where it's safe, I guess, or issueless. But we'll see. We'll see. Like I've been saying, if it pushes a gasket, I might just drain all the coolant and do a run or two runs while it's cold, or even let it push coolant and then just max out what the setup can do. And provided obviously it's not any compression and combustion that's being lost. Well, that's still going to be lost, but not enough to affect it, and have that as a highest boost setting, and then because that rotary dial will just turn it down for other stuff, or at least I can see what the duty cycle was on it, and then don't ever put it back to that if need be. Or if I want to do a waterless run at the drags, I'll do that, turn it up, push it to the start line, start it there, send it. Yeah, it wouldn't, but can still push it a bit. I'm just pissed off that the machine shop screwed me over. They were meant to do it. They took ages to do what they had to do, and they only did half of it and gave me the block back 6+ months later for a half an hour job plus firing, which, what, maybe a couple of hours. So, you know, let's say half a day to a day's work, and it took 6 months and only did half of what they were meant to do. And by that point, I just wanted this thing back together and driving, which I don't regret, but I do at the same time. Yeah, true, 50's quite a fair amount. No, 25 PSI is nowhere near enough. That's, put it like this, any car in WA, your basic run-of-the-mill build is over 1,000 horsepower in WA these days. So if you want to go to world racing and be able to contend, you need either like a very well functioning setup or a light car, or you need over 1,000. And 25 PSI will probably get you 680, 670, which is laughable. But that's not even really worth it at all. Yeah, definitely better a gasket and a piston and a rod, but at the same time, it's too much effort. If I'm taking heads off and all that crap, I might as well just take the whole motor out. So, can't be fucked fixing it. Yeah, nah, it's not fun losing every race. Getting like car lengths gaps. If I'm going there, I want to at least be able to contend. That's the whole reason why I built this time, was mainly for race wars, but they got canned, and for Royal Racing. If I wanted just to go over and have fun, I'd just take the VE. Yeah, there's no point being into drags when it's manual though, because drag racing is all about the 60 foot, the short track, and without getting that dialed in, it's pointless. Like obviously I'm still going to go down every single Wednesday with drags and keep dialing it in, but when you're manual there's no point. Auto, trans brake it, get the right RPM for the trans brake and boost, leaving with the setup you have, and you're done. It'll be the same basically every time, provided the track is the same, give or take. Obviously it's not perfect, but in a manual, every single time it's going to change. Depends on how, without a slipper valve or a slipper clutch, every single time it's going to change of how you slip the clutch, release the clutch, etc., etc. Yeah, manual is good for highway runs, but so are autos. So the only sport, or two, I guess, two sports that manual is a benefit from are circuit racing and drifting. Everything else that auto will do just as well, if not better. Yep, page up, page up, page up. It works with link too. Page up increases the value. Oh, sweet. Everything go good? Did you have anything else wired into it? Any sensors or anything? Or just had power and ground and just got to see it go up? You entered in some of that, so I thought you had to be invited for that. What ECU did you have, Nitro? Was it a 2500 from memory? If it is a Haltech, make sure you upgrade to NSP. Get rid of that ESP crap. That software is horrible. Oh yeah, sweet. Make sure you definitely get it to a dyno before then, Josh, because pad, it's not going to like a pad very much. It always is, you're always worrying that there's going to be some smoke going out when you turn it on. Especially when you wire it yourself. You got no one else to blame but yourself. If it all went well though, good job. It's always a pretty good accomplishment. Oh, it's next year. That's alright, plenty of time. It's plenty of time to blow it up and be on a new setup by then. These streams seem to be going lower and lower. Averaging 6 viewers now, usually it was 20. Even the last one, after the stream, it gives you statistics of it all. Usually I'm like 340 something views, whatever. This time it was like 113. So we'll see how long I keep this up for. Yeah, sweet. Nitro, I'll give you a rundown of what I can see on my page. It's from you saying page up, it's got you, the Josh Life, Cornfed, Josh Life, you, Josh Life, you, and then Cornfed, just straight nature of the beast. So if you had all that, then it's showing the same as what I'm getting. In fact, I could even screen in and screen it. Put my phone camera showing the, what do you call it? So let's just change from front to rear camera, but not horizontal to vertical. Interesting. So when do you reckon you'll get your first startup Nitro? If you got your ECU up and going. Fuck yeah, this is fun. When's your drag challenge corn fed? How far away is that? Surely we're going to have an event that's got a full quarter soon. Oh, and saying I guess it's winter. A hard cut. You know, is the shifter going through the PCM at all? So that's not bad. 16 LS coils for $50. Oh yeah, sweet. So 2 weeks. You're good to see how those bags go. That helps you 60 foots. Oh sweet, so at least we've got tests and tunes going. That's alright. Lucky. Ours closes. Our last one was last Wednesday till I think September. Rains too much here. Do you reckon you'll get into the 5s and the 8s? In the 8th, I should say. Yeah, man, it does. It just rains way too much in winter, so they don't even bother opening it because they just know half of them are going to get cancelled. Like, if it doesn't go through the shifter, then I wonder why it's getting a hard cut in drive. Hopefully the gaskets stay intact as well. Yeah, I think the only tests and tunes we have here is where companies will private hire the drag strip and then you have to be invited to come along. That's weird because I know in the setting, I'm not sure with the is it 11p you're on. I'm not sure on that, but I know on the usual ones there is different tables for in park neutral and drive or park neutral and drive. I'm wondering if that has something to do with if there's a table there that's it's not seeing the right sensor, I guess, or whatever, and it's just stopping it at 4.8. But it'd have to, yeah, it would have to be a table there. If I remember tonight or tomorrow, I might download an 11p and I'll have a quick gaze and see if I can find it. Two sets of eyes are better than one, I guess. Might be able to see something that slipped straight past yours, but I'm sure you would have sussed it all out anyway. It'll be a freak thing. Yeah. No, I'm sure the gaskets will hold. Oh, the logs say that? Fuck, who knows then? But maybe there's even a setting for only letting it rev to a certain amount when it's in. Are you talking about when it's driving or when just free revving? Because there might be a setting where if the VSS doesn't see any speed, then it will limit like a anti-abuse type thing. It will limit what you can rev it to. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, if it doesn't see with VSS, maybe that's it. I don't know, maybe it's a setting to save the transmission. Yeah, the VEs run completely different software. VEs are OBD2 and you can tune them with HP tuners. Like VCM Sleep HP tuner, it's completely different. Same as VZs. VZs have anti-abuse from factory though, which is probably a good thing because they're fucked if you don't abuse them, get on if you do abuse them. I'll hopefully be picking up a car trailer tomorrow. Needs a little bit of work, but it's dirt cheap and registered. It'll be good. We're going to be able to tow this into events and that to all drift events now instead of having to hire one, and also means that I will be able to get a couple other project cars for the channel a little bit easier. I don't have to worry about hiring a trailer. I can just get that, and then when I want to take it to places as well. So that'll be good. Does that gate? Oh, yeah, do you mean limited bash when you're driving it, not obviously just free revving? I can't remember. Oh, did you leave the hard cut? Not the hard cut. Did you leave the ignition cut that I put on yours, or did you change it back to fuel cut? Because if you left it to fuel cut or injection, they call it. That's three rev. It definitely won't. The gate won't be opening when you're three revving it. If it does, then you got big problems there. It's actually another thing I'm going to set up on this. I've set up two-step or launch control, but I haven't actually tested it yet. I want to do two different settings. Yeah, but you won't be making 10 psi just three revving it. I'd be surprised if you made more than like 2 or 3. Yeah, fuel cut makes your intake lid sad and also your ring lands. That's why so many turbo ecos crack pistons or ring lands, because they're always hitting limiter and this factory used to use a fuel cut. It doesn't like it. Always do ignition cut. Ah, sweet. That's good then. The AC just need the what do you call it? The clutch lockout just needs 12 volt. You can use the factory relay, or you can actually just get a toggle switch, because you'll need, if you don't have the factory ECU in, you will need to send 12 volt to it. So you can just have like a push button that stays latched, or just a toggle switch. It's an easy way some people do it, and send 12 volt straight to the clutch, and that'll turn the AC clutch on. Oh really? Is that all you can see? Try reload the stream or page, depending what you're watching it on. And then click live chat again. It's mainly just the Josh Life and Cornfed talking at the moment, and yourself. Before though, Cornfed was talking a lot. There's not really too many people on this stream, which kind of sucks. Usually got a good variety, but 3 talkers, 5 dirty watches. I guarantee you almost all 5 are probably people that I pissed off in the past. No spark. That should be for everyone running NSP, but not just ecos. Oh, because it's used as a distributor. I'm only going to do a stream for about half an hour because there's fuck all people on here and no point dragging it out. Bloody Altec, always having issues. Never get this with Link. D16 is orange, not pink. You talking about D16? I'm sure. What plug's that? Wait up, I'm going to bring up the wiring diagram on a laptop. VY on this pin out. This is going to take a while. You know what? I probably actually already have this saved somewhere. No, I don't. Righto, let's have a look here. Be nice if this would zoom in. I need to find, actually had documents everywhere to do with this. Let's have a look, let's see what's on my Google Drive. VY wiring, pinouts. VT engine loom connectors. Nope, that's the wrong one. It's also the wrong one. Fuck yeah, that's great. It's everything I didn't want. No, you can send me an inbox, it'll be easier so everyone else doesn't have to deal with this on the stream. Yep, IGN 1As are good. They're just very sensitive to grounds, which I found out the fun way twice. How you going, Baz? Once again, Josh, just take it to a tuner. Give it to them. Let them fix everything. Let them tune it. Then you just get the car, turn the key and drive. Someone else's problem. That's good, Baz. Yeah, not bad at all. We've been out earlier, going out later to the pub, so having a couple cruisy drinks through the stream. I'm going to hang on for 20-30 minutes before I've got to shoot off. Aircon fed is more than possible. Next project, besides EcoJet. Well, I've started the Misso's VP, which is up above there. I got the conversion kit on it for an LS1, got the LS1 sitting in there. I've just got to get the tail shaft and I've got to modify the wiring harness. I'm going to order the box for HP tuners so I can tune it and delete the VATs. And then let's just finish that off, get it licensed. Still umming and ahhing about whether I do much to the FG. I got a video coming out on that on next Saturday. Change back to Saturday videos because my views are way better. I do a little something to that, and I'm pretty sure I ask if you guys want to see an FG build, a Barra build, but it's just money. Go down the rabbit hole. You know, you can bolt stuff on and make 700, but we all know where that's going to go. Make 700, something's limited, something blows up, and it's like, oh, well, it's a part, I might as well upgrade this, and then if I'm doing this, I might as well do this. Next second I've got a forged motor, and I'm making 1,000 plus in it. And it's just like, well, I didn't really need that, but yeah, we'll see. I also wouldn't mind whacking a turbo on that, but it's too reliable. It's hard to say. Yeah, well, Josh, we'll have to organise you to send me a spare harness and I'll wire everything in for you. I'll delete the DFI and wire in the LS coils. And then I'll send you a tune file that changes it from the DFI to the LS coils and you can send it. Yep, that is definitely the game we play. Yeah, I'd definitely like to do a Barra build. It makes so good power, easy, but it's just so much money. I've still got a backyard to do. I've actually got money in my bank account for a change. You know, ahead of bills. I'm not waiting to pay the bill to my next pay, so play money's gone. I'm broke with that, but yeah. I don't know, maybe you guys give me suggestions of what kind of build you'd want to see. And then I can work towards that. Yeah, easy man. I'll be able to get that smashed out in a day or two. Get it all rewrapped. If you lean on ahead of time, I can make sure I have enough crimps and some of that nice cloth tape in stock ready to go. Yeah, use ignition cut, but use a soft cut for it. Don't use fuel cut, that does a lot of damage and can blow things up. Ignition cut all the way, but yeah, just make sure it's set to soft cut. Like you can use hard cut, it's just very harsh. I don't think on Haltech you can have them both set up, but I know on Link you can have two limiters. You can have a soft cut, and then if it exceeds, you can set the RPM. For example, if it exceeds 200 RPM past your set limiter, it will go to a hard cut. Yeah, too easy, Josh. I'm pretty sure you can actually buy them online from guys who make them a lot cheaper than what they cost at Haltech. Those cunts charge a fortune. Yeah, budget build off would be pretty cool. Oh, really, Nitro? I guess at least it gives you something to watch, I guess, in between waiting for it to be done. Unless if I'm reading, missed a bit of a conversation. Yeah, it can be confident. That's why I said if the ECU's got an option, use the soft cut for ignition. Yeah, it's a lot better. When are we going to see a car for yourself, Daz? Put some of your expertise to work for your own build. That'd be pretty cool to see. What's the best club trophy? Oh, sweet, that'd be cool. I'll keep an eye out for that. Oh, right, so you go on there with a part of a car club. That's cool. Yeah, fair enough. Uh, I guess it depends on the ECU config. With Lynx, it doesn't turn off all cylinders. It's got this adaptive where it picks a random cylinder that's different every time, and then that's how it does it. So you never actually have cylinders full of fuel. I'm pretty sure that's, at least that's the soft cut version in Link anyway. Then the hard cut, that might be where it does multiple cylinders or all as an absolute like max safety, so you don't over rev it. Club Magnation. Oh, well, best of luck. I don't really see too many people favouring the Mags over other platforms, but it's pretty cool that you guys are giving it a crack though. Yeah, to people haters. Or pure filth for people. A lower demographic. Yeah, true, I guess. I've never had an issue with ignition cut though. Hey Boosted, cheers for jumping on the stream, even if it is for a split second. Happy packing, horrible job. Yeah, I guess they can't fit, but another thing on Link as well is you can shut fuel off. Well, not shut it off, but you can limit the amount of fuel you can reduce a certain percentage at limiter as well. On the, what do you call it, a cylinder that's cutting. So that it doesn't just flood it. Yeah, same here, Nitro, there's bugger all. And if it is clubs, it's either they're very mature age gentlemen that don't want young people in it who will fuck it, or you get the very young ones which are P players and the lower demographic that put rims and slam their car and loud exhaust and think it's a build. Which, who wants to be part of that? Like I was saying, I get asked all the time why I don't go on car cruises with this. It's like, well, that's why I don't want to go over the people thing and have all these kids drooling over it and then talking about their big dreams and plans and how they're going to turbo their Commodore. I'm like, no, you're not. One, you can't afford it. Two, you'll never do it. You're just a dreamer. If you keep getting exhaust leaks, I'll be taking your turbo manifolds off and getting the flange linished because it's obviously not sitting flat. Also, order those, what are the gaskets though? The ones that Mace and ZZP sell, the metal ones. They seal a lot better. You may not also be torquing it down enough too. They shouldn't keep loosening off. Yeah, crossover should 100% have a flex. Not those woven ones, the solid metal bellow or a slip joint. The heads will be contracting at different rates, and that just puts strain and stress. That's how you also crack your manifold as well. You got a new mower. Fuck, your misso must be loving you. They bent an ARP stud. Jesus. Oh, I hate when they're forcing through that. That's a little tiny turbine or housing on it. Restricting the fuck out of it. Either that or fuck all timing. Alright, about 10 more minutes and I'm going to call it. I don't even hit 10 viewers once. Keep in mind, one of those viewers is myself with that other laptop. The Tony's Garage turbo manifold, that should come with the crossover. He should really have one in there. If not, then he is really fucking over his customers. Jeez, that's a fair effort. No, no one's actually asked yet, Boosted. It's just waiting for the dyno. I've hit Justin up, I've let him know it's ready now. And he acknowledged, and he said he was keen, but we haven't set a day yet because obviously he's jam-packed. He's always got 30 plus cars sitting there waiting to be tuned on the backlog, plus the cars that rock up every day from his, what's the right word? His connection with different companies. I can't think of the right word. But you know, he's got like some exhaust shops that were doing exhaust, a full exhaust on their tune. So he's got a partnership there, partnership with other companies that are rocking up on the daily too. But Monday is a public holiday here, so Tuesday morning I'll flick him a message and just be like, ask him whether you got a day in mind or do you know how far off till you're going to have some time. See where to get it on. Yeah, crossover only needs to be small. I boosted exactly the same with me. I'll sit there and pray my ass off. You probably find it would be 2-inch. 2-inch looks tiny. You think of a difference between 2.5 to 3-inch, that's a massive difference there. And then especially going 3 to 4, that's huge. Two inches bloody tiny. That's it, we need 10-day weeks. They say 24 hours is long enough. Just what our bodies need to sustain. This isn't good enough. I said, Josh, and then you'll just be limited by your turbo. Which, remembering from the size of it, I reckon you'll be 420, 450 limited. A tiny little rear housing on it. I'm also starting to get a different bumper. Cut this middle bit off so you can see the Plasma Man logo. It's just going to be more cop bait. 400 is a pretty low number though. Like your standard Camden LS makes over that, and Camden LS is nothing special at all. You'd think the run would give you extra get up and go. Yeah, but I've also seen cammed LS3s go 14s. Look at fucking Benny from BCW. His cammed VE, he ran like a 13.9 or 13.6 or 7. That's so slow. Like, that's junk. Yeah, tell what Ecotech is a stupid idea. They sound horrible, they make fuck all power. It's only 50% true. Yeah, I don't know if you'll get into the 12s. Your 60 foot's going to have to be bloody good. You need to be getting a 1.8, 1.7, even 1.6, 60 foot to get into the 12s. I think from memory, when I made 421, when I made 421, I had a 2.0 60 foot and I ran a 13 flat at 116 mile per hour. Yeah, 13.7 to 12s is a very big difference. And your 60 foot was junk, which is why I'm saying, doesn't matter how much power you put in it, if you got a junk 60 foot, you're not going to be getting a good time. You really need to be 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, maybe a 1.9, 60 foot. Like, go find your slip and see what your 60 foot was. From memory, you were like 2.2, 2.3. If it was in the 1.8 territory, then yeah, you might get into the 12s. But horsepower isn't everything when it comes to drag racing. Tell your mate I'll buy it off him cheap. You don't need an LS1. You got a Turbo Eco. Alright, I'm going to end the stream. Typical, we get to the highest amount of viewers and now I'm going to go. I've got to be places tonight. So I've got to get going. And hopefully I'll see you guys next Sunday if I haven't gone to work. Otherwise, you guys will see me in a video on Saturday. Alright, see you guys later.